On the other hand, one of the other things that Biden did right out of the gate was to call Anita Hill and apologize for the way he treated her when he was on the Senate Judiciary Committee considering Clarence Thomas's nomination to the Supreme Court back in 1991. She did not accept the apology, and then the word got out that it was somewhat of a half-hearted, I'm sorry you were offended kind of apology. We've got several women seeking the Democratic nomination, many of them with a pretty good chance. There's a surge in political involvement by Democratic women overall in the last couple of years. Does Biden need to apologize again or make another statement, or can he just kind of move on and put it behind him?
Well, as he said back then, as he said today, he believed Anita Hill then, and he still does now. He walked out of that hearing years ago more committed than ever to addressing sexual violence, to providing resources to survivors of domestic violence, to changing a lot of the American discourse on what was going on. If you remember, in fact, that was a year later, 10 months later, that Biden was able to reintroduce the Violence Against Women Act and pass it. He determined then that no woman would ever again come before that committee and face an all-male panel of senators on the Judiciary Committee the way Anita Hill did. And that's part of why he went out and committed himself to campaigning for Dianne Feinstein, for Carol Moseley Braun, on the condition that they join the committee so that never happened again. Now, is this going to be the end of that issue in this race? Is it going to come up again? It's going to come up again. And I think we can expect to hear Biden talk about it again. I don't think it's over, but I think that's something that people are going to take into account when they look at somebody who has such a long history. They will have made mistakes, but they've learned from them, and that makes a difference in leadership.
After the 2016 election, there was some criticism of Hillary Clinton that she spent too much time attacking Donald Trump and not enough time laying out her policy proposals and giving people a clear vision of what she wanted to do with the country. What's the balance this time around? How much are we going to hear Democrats attacking Trump, and how much are we going to hear them talking about what they want to do for the country?
I think the two things are hand in hand. I think there are a lot of analyses that could be done about what happened in the 2016 election and where things went wrong on the Democratic side. I think that for Biden, for any Democrats, for Buttigieg, for Harris, for Warren, whoever the eventual Democratic nominee is, that they're going to have the opportunity to lay out a clear vision for the country, as well as a distinction with Donald Trump and his failure in office. I think those two things go hand in hand. In Biden's case, he's talked about the core values of our nation, restoring dignity to the White House. He is a leader who would bring respect from every foreign leader on day one. He has one of the longest credentials in foreign policy of anybody who's run for president in decades at a time when we need it, and foreign relations and international relations disasters have come because of bumbles and foibles of this administration. I think that the two things will naturally go hand in hand, because what Donald Trump has done in office has been so counter to American ideals.
All right, Isaac Wright, thank you so much for your time and your thoughts. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity to be on. Look forward to talking more. Thank you, Ken.
Likewise. Great talking with you. Isaac Wright is a Democratic strategist and a partner at Forward Solutions Strategy Group. He's on Twitter at Isaac_Wright. That's at IZAC_WRIGHT.